Damn it! All that work.
It's fine. I kicked an old man. Okay.
Okay,
Keep
hold
the
up.
keep. Remember, Jack Sportsman. He is a jock.
And this most important message managed to reach us.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
You can't be terribly pleased to hear that your beloved partner is the guilty party.
If you're going to accuse Detective Gumshoe of being the culprit, I sincerely hope you have some proof to back it up.
He did the pose.
Jin's words, they're like more than enough, wouldn't you say?
If that's how you want to play it, then at least allow me to understand your reasoning.
You got it.
I don't like this one bit. There's something strange about this man's attitude. And there must be some sort of flaw to his logic waiting for me to dig out.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you going to do?
What I always do in court, I'm going to cross-examine him.
Well, but like you always lose.
And then I'm gonna lie and make up evidence.
That's besides the point, Gumshoe.
Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth. Sir.
One way or another, I'll expose the flaw in his logic with this technique.
Oh, how do you do that? Can you explain it to me, sir? Please, for you know, should we? It's okay. Here's my summary of confrontation for you. A witness testimony. It's literally a witness testimony. So we're playing a witness testimony, except this time, you know, it's exactly the same thing. He says a testimony, or in this case, an argument, and we have to disprove it with evidence, or we can press it. So, yeah, it's exactly the same thing. So, we're just gonna skip the explanation. I'm pretty sure my explanation is good enough anyway.
Okay. Mr. Portsman, if you're ready.
Oh, if you don't have time, you could just say so, sir.
Just completely ignores it.
Wrecked. All right, here's his argument.
Detective Gumshoe, you stole Jim's gun from him and shot him dead. Furthermore, you messed up the files to make it look like you had committed theft instead. That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf.
Southern?
Sad, dude.
Bookshelf.
But thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding.
Hmm.
And it will be by his final words that you will be brought to justice. Bruh.
You intend to argue that the victim's dying message points to his killer.
I can hear Jen's voice, and like he's calling for his killer's arrest.
Are you sure you're not mishearing his words, Mr. Portsman?
Are you sure you're not going crazy?
There's no way Detective Gumshoe is the culprit here. I will find the flaw in this man's logic and expose it with credible evidence.
Reddit.
Okay, I actually want to know if Edgeworth is saying that it could not be him just due to the facts, or due to him like actually knowing him.
Well, you know, it's like Phoenix defending Larry. It couldn't be Larry. You've known him since like children, since like you were like at kindergarten. So, like you're pretty sure Larry didn't kill someone. Although I kind of wish he did. I wish he killed Doomsbury. I really did.
I'm convinced. I'm still convinced he did.
It's like because like he's such a simp now that he's gonna kill a man to get to him. That's pretty insane. Anyway, here's our rebuttal. Okay, that makes sense. Because the pistol is the detective's.
Yeah, he wouldn't use his own gun. That would be too obvious. Well,
I'm not quite sure what that means.
Okay.
I am a little interested in this one.
Let's press it.
You're right.
Do you really think it was necessary to dishevel my shelves twice to do that?
That's true. Okay, then maybe his real intent was that.
Hey, are you accusing me of stealing something from Mr. Edgeworth? That's
Like,
oh man.
it's a possibility.
It's definitely not.
Maybe your salary's been cut so much that life is, like, getting a little too rough to handle.
That's a good point.
I'll have you know that I eat 3 square meals every day, pal. Okay, so all 3 of them happen to be instant noodles, but...
That's so much salt.
Yeah.
Could it cause him to assault?
Or,
Poor thing. What an evil prosecutor you were paired up with. And what a motive, too.
Yeah?
Sitting in front of the bookshelf. Didn't we find him slumped over?
Yes, but if you notice on the bookshelves, there was bloody handprints on the shelving.
Yeah.
So, I think that's... Because, like, you know, you'd imagine he died like that, and he, like, held onto the wall and then sort of slid down on his butt.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we repositioned his body, actually. So, but if he died like that, actually, well, that would be interesting.
He also used the past tense, was sitting.
Yeah.
So, you know, shot, body fell, slumped, and then body moved. We can press it if anything.
Yeah, let's press it.
Okay.
And why would Detective Gumshoe do such a thing?
Bruh, because the body was getting in his way. He had to mess up your bookshelf somehow, right? Anyway.
Okay, well, go fuck yourself. Okay, this is.
Okay,
this is where things get
how did he know that?
Well, not just that. The books were arranged completely differently. They were arranged.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, they were arranged in a different way, weren't they? I'm pretty sure they were. Yeah, the 0F was supposed to be there, but that's not hiding the body at all. You can literally see him leaning up against the wall.
Yeah, and the only other way to like know that the books were being hidden by the body is because they would have to be moved. So he moved those books, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the contradiction there. I'm pretty sure this is the contradiction. Yep. I got an achievement for that.
Perhaps you're not aware, Mr. Portman, but there is a serious flaw in your logic.
Bringing a bit of the courtroom into this, I see. No problem, I'm game.
I can't help but find it odd.
Like, excuse me?
Got so offended. Yeah, I'm game. So here's the thing. What? Odd that a fellow prosecutor would be brought down by the power of his own office.
What are you talking about, bro? Oh, you're joking. I get it.
If you have the time to laugh, then you have the time to take another closer look at this. Do you still not see? If not, may I direct your attention to the missing file?
What? That's impossible.
What?
What's impossible, Mr. Portsman?
Nothing.
The files on that shelf are all about a certain case. When the killer went to take the file after murdering your partner, I highly doubt they could have missed the bloody letters written on the spine.
Like, it's possible that they could have taken the file before committing the murder.
I think it's pretty obvious that the file was stolen after it was written on. The missing letters in the detective's name where the file should be is proof.
Yeah, I mean, the S is gone and there's only half an H. You could have misread that as something else.
Okay, I guess it just flew over my head. If Detective Gumshoe really was the culprit of this case, I highly doubt that even he could overlook his own name written in blood on the files. Oh, god damn it. Especially as a detective who can't stand the sight of blood.
Ooh, recoil. Which means, what exactly? What does that make this dying message?
It makes it the work of a criminal intent on tampering with the crime scene.
That's so low! I can't believe the criminal tried to pin this whole thing on me, sir. I'm gonna get him, sir. You'll see. I'm gonna have them under arrest in no time.
Well, Mr. Portsman?
Brilliant, bruh. Absolutely splendid. Like, logic deserving of Olympic gold.
I appreciate the praise, but it doesn't change the fact that your reasoning is flawed.
You win some, you lose some. That's how life goes.
Everyone's so cheery, even though I feel more dead than alive.
But, you know, it really is a shame.
Oh,
I
no.
really didn't want to have to bring this up, however.
What is it this time? Are you still after me, pal?
Whoa, humor me for a second, bruh. Who has the key to this office?
That would be me! But Mr. Edgeworth just proved that I'm innocent, pal. Okay.
That's absolutely right, and I acknowledge your innocence.
Then why do I sense that you still have something to say?
Okay, now you're just pushing it.
Well, I was like thinking, did you know that there's only one person with a key to this office?
One other person?
The damn janitor.
Hey, you there!
Oh, this is not forensics. Who is this officer?
Was it me? I forget. Yes, sir! What is it, sir?
Yeah, fair enough.
Would you, like, kindly fetch and escort that lovely young lady here for me?
Sir, yes, sir! A lady?
I think I know where this is going.
Don't let it be my FA.
No! Sure,
The
goddamn
girl
not.
is a member of this building's security. Think of her as a material witness.
Security? Did you say security? No, stop it, pal, don't! Oh, I know where this is going.
What's wrong with him all of a sudden?
I believe she needs no introduction. I have called upon Miss Maggie
Oh my god. Maggie Bird.
Maggie Bird, a member of
Oh my god.
security.
Oh,
So,
no way.
okay.
I voiced her a
feminine
long
voice.
time ago. It was like I gave her like a kind of fucking Ash Ketchum kind of voice.
Heh, all
Jeez.
right, Detective Gumshoe, sir.
Maggie!
That works.
Miss Bird is the security guard on watch tonight.
I see. And your point is?
My point is that she could very well have used it. And by it, like, I mean the master key.
Is she getting accused of murder again?
Yeah.
I think... What? What? No. You're lying to me.
Like, if you're not the guilty party, Detective Gumshoe, then the only person with access to this room is Miss Bird.
How dare you! I would never sneak into someone's room!
That's right. I refuse to believe that Maggie's the culprit, pal. It was me. That's right. I did it.
Can we take that as a confession, Detective?
Well, it wasn't really me, but it definitely wasn't Maggie, pal. So yeah, it was me. If it was, you'd have no problems with that, right?
Please refrain from flying off the handle, Detective. There's no need for such theatrics.
Listen to your boss, Detective. Like, he understands what I'm saying here. I'm a dick.
He's still flashing.
Look at me exposing myself.
He just keeps going.
Calm down, bro.
That girl.
Man, I just can't get
anyone
this jacket on right.
Right.
Man.
And, like, for one simple reason.
Reason for suspicion.
It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. I mean, like, if Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door, then obviously that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. Like, bruh, on top of which, she knows how good detective... knows our good detective, doesn't she? Making it all the more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message.
Why would she frame Gumshoe?
Yeah, that's what
For the
yeah, no, there's no way.
So you're saying she used the master key?
Okay.
Incredibly incriminating evidence, wouldn't you say?
That's what you claimed about the evidence earlier as well.
That was then, this is now, bruh. The flow of a good match always changes during a rally. It's all about your reflexes and reaction time, especially for an athlete like me.
Why are you so condescending?
Because I'm an asshole.
Yeah, I guess so.
From a dick to an asshole. This guy's all over the place.
Man, it sounds gay to me.
One and the same. One and the same.
I wonder if there was anyone else other than Miss Bird who could have used the master key. It seems that the only way to get Mr. Portman to give me more details is to press him.
Press.
Press
Oh,
this
are we
button.
gonna start pressing him?
No. Remember, we're on Twitch. Careful what you say.
It's pretty obvious. Well,
I see words.
I don't see Maggie's fingerprints on these keys. Should I really? I might as well.
The master key to every office in the building.
Wow, thank you so much. That was legendary.
I use my logic for that.
My most powerful
okay.
skill.
Yeah, there's no mention of fingerprints or anything on
I
it.
use
So
0.1% of my power.
Since no one else seems to have
he
logic
yells
here,
out like He-Man, I have the power of logic.
I work out at the library.
Yeah, there's no mention of fingerprints on the master key. So was it really Maggie that used the master key? Really? Was it really? Was it really?
Are you sure Miss Burr is the only member of security who could have used the master key?
That's only one person on staff at this time of night. And tonight, she's it, bruh. Isn't that right, Miss Bride?
That's, true. But I wasn't able to use the master key at the time of the crime, sir.
Wasn't able to? What's that supposed to mean?
Sorry, my brain went to places.
Great.
Yeah, moving on. I'd hate to get sidetracked by something unrelated.
What do you mean unrelated? I want to hear what she has to say, pal.
But, like, you can't really trust her not to tell lies. Plus, I hate wasting my time, bruh.
Did I hear Miss Bird out?
I'd say so. I would definitely ask for more deets on the situation.
I feel like I'm doing that a little too well.
Not surprised. I too am interested in hearing what Miss Bird has to say.
That's what I'm probably about to start saying later.
Oh. Bruh, didn't I just say it'd be a waste of time? We don't need to hear her lies.
I'll be the judge of that. Miss Bird, if you please.
Okay, so there I was. I discovered that the master key was missing. At around 1 a.m., sir.
Okay.
What do you mean by missing?
So I went to take a massive dump. As in, it wasn't anywhere in the security booth, sir. The killer must have stolen it.
Okay. Huh. Well, whose fault is that?
Mr. Potts, I believe this to be an important piece of testimony, don't you?
I can't believe someone like you would be taken in by such words.
I'm not lying, sir.
A massive dump?
It was huge.
If that's the case, then I'd like to know, like, why you have the master key now.
I don't know. It just reappeared all of a sudden, sir.
A likely story. And where is your proof that the key was stolen to begin with? I bet you just forgot where you put it and then found it again.
I never lose things. I can practically guarantee that. I win every Pokemon championship I'm in. With me, if something disappears, it's usually because someone stole it.
Unfortunately, I can't deem this piece of testimony as conclusive.
Glad you agree, Mr. Edgeworth. I can't speak no more.
But you still haven't established Maggie's motive for breaking into Mr. Edgeworth's office.
Her motive? Like, didn't we already establish that it was theft? I mean, like, the culprit clearly went through the bookshelves, at least tried the safe.
How would she know
Maggie
about the
wouldn't know
safe?
anything about the safe. They specifically said only the prosecutors know about their own secret safe.
Yeah.
So Maggie wouldn't be able to know that.
It is as Mr. Portsmouth says, Detective. I can't ignore the fact that all the evidence points towards a motive of theft. But I'm done taking blows. It's time to counterattack with a few facts of my own.
The cocaine supplies are out.
Wipe down safe? Okay, so yeah, we present the safe. Each prosecutor has one in their office, only they know of them. Yep, that's it.
Yep. Do you wish to continue insisting that Miss Bird was set on stealing something?
Like, why not? It's the truth after all. It was also by your logic that we came to the whole thievery conclusion anyway.
That may be, but you must also be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe, the existence of which is only privy to prosecutors. I find it a little hard to believe that the hidden safe was a part of a cunning plan.
But she could have found it by accident while she was turning everything else upside down.
I highly doubt that. I'd say the culprit knew exactly what they were looking for. After all, only the bookshelf and the safe were targeted.
I love the taste of gold.
Yeah, even I didn't know about that safe, pal. That means there's no way Maggie could have known about it either.
Then are you proposing that the killer is a prosecutor?
Interesting conclusion. That's definitely looking more and more probable.
Huh.
What's wrong? What's wrong, prosecutor? Do you have a different suspect in mind now?
I have bad dental care.
Lol.
Curses! Why? What made you?
What's with the angry face all of a sudden?
It's all my fault.
What do you mean?
Like, it's Jim. He knew about the existence of the secret safe.
What did you just say?
We were partners, like inseparable conjoined twins. That's why I told him. I filled him in on the secret safes.
Then that means...
Yeah, I know. I had only just told him, too. Obviously, it was wrong of me to tell him. I still can't quite believe it, but the thief who broke into your room was probably Jim.
Now he's claiming that the victim was the thief?
And you were simply trying to stop him, weren't you? Miss Maggie Bird.
Excuse me?
really wanted to say Maggie McBride. I mean, you are a security guard and all, right? That's your job.
Is he seriously accusing Maggie Bird of being able to steal Jim's gun?
But going is a bit too far, even in your risky profession.
What the? You're still accusing Maggie of the murder?
Yes and no. I mean, like, she had stumbled upon Jim, who had probably drawn his gun. I get it. It was self-defense, wasn't it?
No, I couldn't. I could never do something like that. Not even as a security guard, sir.
Plus, even if he was the thief, he wouldn't have a key to this office.
Which, like, is precisely why we had to steal it. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
It was Jim who stole the master key.
Ah!
Pretty impossible for a supposedly stolen key to be here with us. Unless you retrieved it from Jim after you killed him.
You know what's been bothering me this entire time? He keeps calling him Jim, but the victim's name is Buddy. Like, is he making up his relationship to him? Like,
Oh, that's a pretty good point.
yeah. Like, yeah, I know Jim. Me and Jim go way back. We were in the same high school together. Yeah. He was my best bud, man. Yeah. Like, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
No. Nope. I'm not. I've never been. Who said I was?
I think you
I was
did.
just. I was. Fuck. Damn it. I got caught again.
I don't want to admit it, but it's the only way for everything else to make sense.
Has he no honor?
Now then, I think we're done here. The investigation waits for no man. Would you people, like, be so kind as to see yourselves out?
You can't kick us out. This is Mr. Edgeworth's office.
Mine now.
But, like, I'm the one who's been assigned to this case. You're all suspects to varying degrees and therefore ineligible to run this show.
Listen, pal, how many times do I have to say this? Maggie can't be the culprit. Stomp. So angry. Angry.
Detective Gumshoe, calm yourself.
But sir, they try to fuck.
We have no choice but to We have no choice but to accommodate his request. For now.
Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. At least one of you understands. Bruh. Now then, if you would remove yourselves from my crime scene, like, I'd be most grateful.
Mark my words, Mr. Portsman. We will meet again.
If that's a formal request from the legendary prosecutor himself, I suppose so. Now, don't disappoint me, you hear?
Wow.
Really?
Oh,
To
boy.
be continued.
We're now to be continuing to the next part.
Alright, good stream.
No, what?
Alright, thank you all for coming. Please,
No, we ain't done yet.
please leave my house.
Please. Get the fuck out of my house.
I don't know who any of you people are. You just came in my house. You started raving about
What the actual
birds.
fuck are you guys doing in my house?
And
Man.
yeah, like leave my crime scene. I'm trying to hide a body, and y'all just showed up. Who wants to play
I'm good.
basketball?
What is with that prosecutor? I can't believe how rude he was. It was unbelievable.
Please maintain your professionalism, detective.
I'm gonna find some real solid evidence proving Maggie's innocence. You'll see, sir.
But we've been kicked out of the crime scene, sir. We'll have to break in. Do you still have that stolen master key?
I didn't steal the master key.
Alright,
what
we
now?
got evidence 1. Oh well, looks like my life's fallen into yet another gigantic ditch.
That's rough, buddy.
Do not despair, Miss Bird. We can overcome this as well. There are many other places and things we should be looking into anyway.
Eh? Really, sir?
For example, this hallway. The linchpin of this argument against Miss Bird is related to the master key.
Oh hey, there's a file under the
that
couch.
case- Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there is. Oh, it's the file. Ha. Oh, it's the file.
This hallway is the perfect place to look for more information.
Why is the file just out there?
He placed it there so he wouldn't forget it, obviously.
Because he would look super suspicious if he was walking around with a file that had a big H and S on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Regarding the mystery surrounding my door. So why is there just a random basketball in the office?
I have no idea. I want to look at it first.
Is that what's his name to the right?
Oh, it's Mr.
Oh. Oh no, not Payne.
Oh, wait, guys, we have to interrogate the basketball. It's crucial.
That's Mr. Portsman's prized possession, sir. I heard he also plays soccer, dodgeball, and even tennis.
And not a single one of those sports is suitable to be played in a hallway.
Alright, well, yeah, I want to see what's up here. Yeah, whatever. Alright, well, look at this cushion.
A well-crafted, high-quality sofa for visitors. The stitching is excellent.
Talk about a luxury waiting area. These babies are also great for napping, you know.
You would sleep even out here, detective? In a hallway?
Whatever I do, I always wind up dreaming about giving testimony up on the stand. It always ends the same way. Me getting trounced by a lawyer! Isn't that awful? Fucking Phoenix.
I'm just too good, man.
Ugh.
Maybe I should give it a try sometime. To envision myself winning, naturally.
Get out of here. This isn't your game.
What do you mean? It's called Ace Attorney, and I am the Ace Attorney.
Fuck off. The ace prosecutor.
Huh? It's...
Ah! Isn't that the missing zero series file, sir? Holy shit.
No doubt about it. The bloody letters mark it clear as day. There seem to be a few pages missing. Our thief took only what was necessary and left the rest behind.
So, what are these zero files about, sir? I guess they've got something worth stealing in them, huh?
Not particularly. It's just a collection of court case files. However, the cases within these files are not mine.
Huh?
They belong to the High Prosecutor that used to occupy my current office. I have my reasons, but let's just say I was charged with keeping them as they were.
Oh.
That means the thief must have also wanted the file for a specific reason, right?
It would seem so.
So is the
Only the
DL6
pages-
incident in the D book?
Probably.
God.
That was
What?
fun near my head, ignore me.
That's okay.
Only the pages related to that case from 10 years ago are missing.
That case.
The case that shall not be named.
The deal 6 case. No, that's way too old. That's way too young, actually. What is this case? This is a sus case, I guess. We're gonna learn a lot about it. Whoops. Well, there goes my line.
Alright, time to reinvestigate it.
There's a check mark there that means that we have already investigated it. So, door. Yeah. Okay.
1202. These 4 numbers on our number plate alone proclaim this to be my office.
Whoops. Hey, these number plates slide right out, sir.
They have to be able to take the plate off when a room becomes vacant, you know.
Is this like some iCarly shit?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's
Fuck,
been a long time.
I don't remember the room name, but it was just this. It's like Freddy fucking like did something really bad. I don't know what he did. He pissed someone off super bad. I think he was talking shit about him, and it got lived, and he was terrified that he's gonna come kill him. So he swapped out the number plates to a different house. So that way he would go to the wrong door, someone else's house instead of, or someone else's apartment instead of his own apartment. 8D, that's it. 8D. And he just looks and he just doesn't see 8D there, so he just keeps moving on from Freddy's room. Come on, Joseph, you were with me on that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh my god.
To be fair, it's been years since I've seen it.
You have to believe me. We don't have to delve on it, but
if you don't have any evidence, we can't admit it into testimony.
I will get the evidence later. Okay, anyway. It's kind of, sussy. Lock.
I don't see any signs of forced entry.
And according to the guard, no signs that the lock was picked either, sir.
Meaning that the door really was opened with a key. Did you happen to ask if any prints were lifted from the doorknob?
Apparently, the doorknob's clean as a whistle. Lights, they think.
Whoever this thief is, they did a good job of not leaving any clues behind.
Well, you know. And the door itself.
A minimalist yet classy door made of top quality wood. It's sturdily made, making it near impossible to break it in by force.
It's almost majestic, sir. I wish I could be as stately as this door. What?
Only Gumshoe would praise a door as something greater than himself. Being a detective has its own rewards and a certain virtuous value, I think. If you live up to your full potential, that's a poignant trait that anyone can admire.
I see. So you're saying, sir, that me being me is the best thing I can do for everyone?
Right.
A long pause wasn't exactly reassuring, sir. Poor Gumshoe.
It's super. Please increase Gumshoe's salary so he can afford therapy.
That's so sad.
God.
Oh, poor Gumshoe.
I was wondering if I may speak with you for a bit concerning this case.
Oh, I've always been a big fan of the courtroom. Except every time I've been in the courtroom, I've been accused of murder. It's like a dream. Except the dream's a nightmare. Except this dream, where I'm being cross-examined by the Miles Edgeworth. Yeah.
Let this chance pass me by. I must remember to ask about the master key. I should jog her memory by showing my notes to her with this button.
Okay. Well, let's talk first.
Have you ever met the victim before?
Well, I've seen him a couple times before when I had to go to Mr. Portsman's office. Mr. Faith was always playing basketball with Mr. Portsman, sir. They were really good friends.
That sounds like fun! Just once I'd have loved to play with them.
It sounds fun, but the only person ever taking a shot with Mr. Portsman, Mr. Faith wasn't allowed to. All Faith did was pass him the ball, sir.
Wow. On second thought, I don't think I'd have fit in all that well with them.
Miss Maggie Bird, correct? I take it that you are an acquaintance of the detective.
She was under my supervision back when she was still on the force, sir. One day she got caught up in a murder and things started going downhill, so she quit. Wow.
But I owe a lot to Detective Gumshoe for introducing me to my current employer, Professor Oak. Or so I thought until a few hours ago. I'm gonna get fired again, aren't I? Right before I was about to clock out for the night.
Wow. How unlucky.
You got caught up in this whirlwind of a case, correct?
Don't worry. My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures and disappointment.
Huh?
Oh, here she
So,
goes.
this one time,
Here she
I was
goes.
6 months old, and I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles. I gotten sick from all sorts of foods. This one time, I tried making cereal, it caught on fire. Every single test I've taken, I failed. I experienced almost every kind of disaster. Hurricane, seen it. Tsunami, seen it. Hepatitis, got it. And now, I even managed to be named a criminal. Just when I've become a security guard.
Hold on. It's like the fucking Simpsons gif I'll post in the chat.
Oh,
That was the one I was referencing.
God. That was so good.
My god. That's a lot to go through in one lifetime.
This one time, I walked by a black cat, and it spontaneously combusted. And this other time, I stepped on a crack, and I broke my neighbor's back.
Oh my god.
And just
my
when I
God.
thought I had finally found my happiness, I wound up getting you and Detective Gumshoe involved in my bad luck. You might want to get yourself tested.
But the thing is, did you step on a line and break your mama's spine?
Did you?
I did that
A
when I was
llama?
9.
My
A
god.
llama? Step on a llama?
A line.
No, it was lagging. Step on a line and break your mama's spine.
It was. That's how you guys say it. Oh, that's interesting.
What do you mean, you guys?
It's from Cyanide Happiness. I was just referencing the rest of the video.
Oh, well, okay.
Anyways,
fucking
then my mom and dad got divorced. They blamed it on me.
Fucking Homer, what did I expect?
I will solve this case and prove your innocence. All I ask in return is for your cooperation.
Yes, sir, Mr. Edgeworth. You can count on me. I'll do all I can to help.
Okay. Let's show her the master key.
So, when did you discover that the master key was missing?
So this other time, I took a blood test, and they said I failed that too. I don't know how.
Maggie, that's not what I meant.
Oh, okay. By the time I realized it, I think it was around 1 a.m., sir. And I noticed it was back at around 2:30 a.m.
That does line up pretty well.
It was just sitting there on the ledge, where the security room's reception window is. But I'm sure that between those 2 times, it was not just gone, but stolen, sir.
Okay.
Why is such an important key stored in such an insecure place?
Just like myself, insecure. It's exactly like that, sir. Oh wait, I mean the opposite of that. We always keep the key further inside the room, away from the window.
Always, you say? Except for this time, correct?
Yes, because it was stolen. But I had a good reason. You see, I had to take a massive dump. You see, I had some chili, and that was running right through me. I had to find the bathroom immediately.
Spare me the details, Miss Bird.
Anyway, so here are the details. After I had used it, I left it sitting out on the ledge.
This is important detail, Edgeworth. You should have just fucking been patient.
I had the mad shits, Edgeworth.
She used the master key.
I just left it on the counter, Lamau.
What did you mean by you used the master key?
Oh, I had to use it to open the door for this prosecutor who had forgotten his key. He said he had the mad shits.
Oh my god.
Ooh, nice.
It's my job as a security guard, right? To open the door for anyone who asks. Ah. My throat.
That sounded so funny.
That's right. I just remembered. The prosecutor who forgot his key? It was Mr. Portsman, sir.
What? Please tell me more, Miss Bird, quickly.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so there I was, on the porcelain throne, around 12 a.m.
Okay.
Mr. Portsman forgot his office key, so he came down to security, sir. I do not like that voice.
And that's when you loaned the master key to him.
No way. It's against regulations to loan the master key out to anyone. I walked with Mr. Portsman to his office and opened the door for him personally, sir. Then he gave me some of some prunes. And I said, "Ah, geez, I was hungry."
Come on, don't make me lose my train of thought here. The number plates.
Yeah,
the
no shit.
So Maggie had every belief to know that she was blah, 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 you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Woo.
I see.
And then what happened after that?
Well, he called for me to come close up his office as he was leaving to go home. It kind of smelled funky in there, and that was around 1:30 a.m., I think.
So, in summary, for the sake of one forgetful prosecutor, you used the master key twice tonight.
Okay.
Does that mean...
But how did Jim get in there? Or why am I calling him Jim? How did Funny Bass get Funny Bass get in there? How did Buddy Face get in there?
He closed the door, switched the plates over with Edgeworth's room, called Maggie Bird, said, "Hey, can you lock my door?" And because the door is already locked, she unlocked it.
You should have let it go.
Which would mean his door should technically be unlocked right now.
Talk about suspicious.
I doubt you can say that you've never left your keys at home, Detective. I think this calls for a thorough examination of Mr. Portsman's door.
Even Edgeworth knows what's up. Thank you, Maggie. I should actually talk to Gumshoe too, shouldn't I?
Nah, Gumshoe's fine. We should talk to that guy, though, waving you over.
Hold on, let me make sure. Okay, no, the basketball I cannot do. So, hello, sir.
Is everything alright?
Who's gonna be this officer?
Oh, yeah, sure. If you must know, I weighed myself this morning, and I'm finally at 154 pounds after I took that big dump.
God.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm not gonna question it. Okay. Congratulations, but I was asking about this hallway in this room.
Oh, everything's okay, sir.
A word of advice. Stay focused, or you may start to lose even more weight.
Oh, so he's gonna cut your salary down to nothing, fella. Oh, okay, here's a basketball. No. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Come here. Hey, what are you doing here? Oh, God.
It looks like you're in quite the pit, Mr. Edgeworth.
To be sure, a murder within the walls of the prosecutor's office is no trifling matter. We must find, apprehend, and punish the killer accordingly, post-haste.
Sounds like a messy case you've got on your hands. If you ever feel lost or need some advice, my door is always open.
How gracious. I will keep your offer in mind. Who is this guy again?
This guy. Alright, basketball hoop. Whoa.
What is a basketball hoop doing here?
Hey, did this used to be just outside next to the building a long time ago? He stole the
So
basketball.
when and why was it moved indoors?
I don't remember exactly, but I saw one of the officers drag it up here recently.
Drag it?
I heard that it would fit in the elevator. I heard that it wouldn't fit in the elevator, so the poor guy had to bring it himself.
All the way up to the 12th floor.
Damn.
Damn.
Was it? Hopefully it wasn't that heavy.
Is it really that worth it to ball up here?
But, that's a lot of weight. So that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a heavy looking fucking. That's a heavy one right there. Okay. I love how I can't skip that text. Well, there's the basketball hoop. I must investigate. Mr. Portsman's personal basketball hoop.
Sportsman's. Huh.
Yeah, this is Mr. Portsman's room. Well, duh, the basketball was Mr. Portsman.
I can't believe he put something like this in the hallway of a prosecutor's office.
But, it's actually pretty useful, sir. I haven't gotten lost trying to get to your office since it's been here. That's true.
So,
Anyway.
Oh, this is my line. Yeah, you can't...
Chill the fuck out.
You can't mistake it because of that basketball hoop, sir. Oh, that reminds me. Mr. Portsman had actually wanted room 1202 really badly. He said he'd be willing to kill for it. But since you were already occupying it, Mr. Edgeworth, we put him next door, sir.
Why?
So why was Mr. Portsman so particular about getting room 1202?
I'm not sure, but I bet it's because of something like his birthday is December 2nd.
Oh my god.
He's real
Dude,
petty
this guy
like
probably
Ways that thing.
This guy probably sucks at making passwords.
Thankfully,
Yep,
with
that's gotta be
today's
it.
sponsor, NordVPN,
I can't think of another reason why.
I can think of at least 3. Why am I even wasting time thinking about this?
Because why? It's funny.
The door is locked tight.
oh, there goes my theory.
But
I bet the old credit card trick wouldn't work here, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
This is the office of a high prosecutor, Detective. These doors would be pretty ineffective if the average cat burglar could get through them.
Ah, so I guess only a great cat burglar could get in. That must be who our culprit is.
Might I advise you to return that conclusion to whatever pawn shop you bought it from?
Alright, well. Door. Door.
A minimalist yet classy door made of top quality wood.
Kind of majestic, too. Fits in really well with the ambience of the prosecutor's office. Even Mr. Portsman seems dignified, just because he works behind one of these.
Nonsense. A man doesn't become more or less dignified because of where he works.
Well, he still seems more dignified than Mr. Payne.
Oh
Mr.
my.
Payne. I suppose custodial work can also be dignified. Bruh.
Oh my god, this is so great.
Mr. Payne had it coming.
Alright, I guess that's it. Okay. Well, I should at least talk to Gumshoe before I start making, logic. Yes, sir!
Detective Gumshoe, you look rather intrigued by something. Care to share?
Oh, it's nothing, but I noticed that Mr. Portsman calls his partner Jim. And the detectives in that Sunday night drama, All My Cops is named Jim, too. I bet one of them is a big fan of that show.
You seem to know a little something about it yourself. I take it you watch it too?
Of course! The tight bond of friendship between prosecutor and detective is great, sir! It's nothing compared to the super strong friendship we have.
Friendship, Detective? I think you're mistaking it with pity.
What? How can you say that, sir? After all we've been through, too.
Damn.
I got an achievement for that. Friendship or pity. Listening to Gumshoe talk in the hallway about her. Oh,
That's
Jesus.
brutal.
About Miss Bird.
About Miss Bird.
No way she's the killer! Please don't tell me you buy into that accusation, sir!
And
Rest assured, I think she's innocent. However, I need to know a few things regarding her security guard position.
Well, if you're only asking, that's okay. Just stand next to her. You press button. And you can talk about whatever topic you pick. Wow. When you want to talk to her, blah 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 blah. I recommend showing. Shut the fuck up.
Thank you for the explanation, though I don't recall asking for one.
That's. Oh, just so you know, sir, you can show me evidence in the same way too.
I do believe it's time to get down to business and ask.
Yeah, we already did.
Oh,
We ignored again.
Damn.
That's how I feel. Interrupted again.
Interrupted again. It's a skill issue. Ace investigator.
I was wondering about the investigation.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I've been waiting for this. Like, let's a real season pro teach you how it's done.
A real seasoned pro of instant noodle cuisine, perhaps. Sometimes not even seasoned.
It's another tutorial.
My God.
Another tutorial.
Yes, I know how this
Do
game works.
you know how to play the game, Mr. Edgeworth?
Told you not to
but
talk to
don't worry, You
Gumshoe.
don't know if you keep repeating the tutorial,
Oh, but
Mr.
don't-
Gumshoe.
Don't worry, sir.
This is why we dock your
You'll get
pay.
it eventually. You'll get it eventually, Mr. Edgeworth.
I knew that as well.
And when you think there's a contradiction or something unusual, try deduction. You know what the deduction is, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Is that in your vocabulary? Is that in your book?
It's in my lexicon, you buffoon. I'm pretty sure I already knew that as well, Detective.
Oh, you only said that the second sentence in that fucking statement, huh? You didn't say that first. That's not an ace investigator.
And all I wanted was an update about the investigation.
I'm just doing my job, sir. Doing a good job.
And I'm trying to do mine.
I guess you could
What
present
should I
the
present
book.
to Gumshoe?
The
I
book
think
or
so.
the key. Because that's the only new stuff we have.
I'm just a lowly detective, so I'm not sure what I should do with that other than to arrest it.
Is that the only talent you have? Wait, no, I believe it.
Alright, what about the key? Holy shit, you're useless. Alright, well...
You see what I have to deal with every day?
Alright, well, I better just start making up some logic as I stare into the camera. Okay, let's see. Well, I think Master Key being stolen and the fact that the Master Key was used, I think has a connection there.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
I'm gonna go for it. Sweet.
Miss Bird, I'm afraid there's a flaw in your story.
What? No way, pal. I mean, sir.
You said that you locked up Mr. Porchman's office at around 1:30 a.m., correct? However, the master key had already been stolen at that time.
Wow, nothing gets by you, Mr. Edgeworth. You saw that contradiction like a pro. Well, you got me. I did the murder. I totally forgot all about that. But thanks to you, I remember it now.
What?
It was around that very time that I realized the master key was missing.
That's when I did the murder.
Well, I'm a security guard, sir. I couldn't just admit to losing the master key, could I? So, out of anger, I pretended to lock up his room and committed a murder.
What? Is that how Jim got in the fucking room?
Yeah.
The door was unlocked. Why do I keep calling him Jim? Buddy Faith. Is that the... Oh, you killed a man. Bird, you killed a man. Do you understand this? You had Buddy Faith walk into his death.
Yeah. You pretended.
Yeah, I used my house key and made it look like I was locking up, sir. I did a whole click sound with my mouth.
So, in actuality, you never did relock the door, then?
Well, I thought that maybe I could go lock it after I found the key. Come think of it, I guess the door still hasn't been locked properly.
Well, ain't that interesting?
Yeah, because we know that it is in fact locked.
Okay.
So we now go to the door and
there's
present the
more logic.
evidence to the door?
Present. Oh my god.
Did you forget the tutorial that Gumshoe just told you?
What are you talking about?
You can present evidence.
I can't present
the
evidence
door.
to a door.
Yes, you
I
can.
guess I can actually. All right, well,
Go to the door.
There's no check mark, so there's no check mark.
Go
so I
to
don't
the
know what
door.
there's
You
a check
actual
mark there. I don't know what
buffoon.
you're talking about. But there's a check mark. How am I supposed to know?
RB. No,
I
deduce.
get it.
Oh, yeah, the deduce. Why did I point there? I don't know. Let's back up for a second.
Yeah.
All right, so what do we just present?
Yeah, deduce. Deduce.
I deduced.
Okay. Yeah, now we show off the door. We show the door to the door, and then we know that the door is not a door. In fact, it was locked when it was actually unlocked.
That sounds true. I just don't know if that's exactly what I'm supposed to do
It's
here.
exactly what you're supposed to do. You did not listen to Gumshoe. I actually listened to Gumshoe.
I know how to deduce.
Okay, then do it.
I was just being a dick. Hey, look at that.
There's a contradiction here between reality and the evidence. If what Miss Burns has said is true, then why is this door locked tight?
Yep. Huh? You know, you're right.
Miss Bird, are you sure you didn't relock this door?
I'm certain of it, sir. And I don't think Mr. Portsman noticed it himself that I hadn't.
Which means what, sir?
It either means that he actually does have the key to his office, or that the door Miss Bird opened wasn't this one at all, but a completely different one.
She opened a different door? But how can you prove that?
There's an easy way to find out. All we need to do is... we need to examine these.
Opening every single door.
Prints on the number plate, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
The prints on the number plate. They will tell us all we need to know.
Everything? Really? Like what? What could fingerprints possibly tell us?
Like, well, for example...
Wait, what? That was wrong?
That was wrong. No?
I think we're thinking too far ahead.
Probably.
Well, we know for sure that Detective Gumshoe's dinner will only consist of instant noodles.
Wow! That was amazing, sir! How did you know?
Was that supposed to be a joke to cheer me up, Mr. Edgeworth? Because it just made me more depressed.
Whatever. Now then, we should get back to doing what we need to do, and that is...
Well, the master key, right? Obviously. No,
Didn't we
it's
already...
the doorknob. It has to be the doorknob.
But we already looked at the doorknob. They said they wiped the doorknob clean.
So... well, it has to be the master key, then.
I guess.
We still don't have confirmed fingerprints on the master key.
Yeah.
No.
If we examine the fingerprints on the master key...
well, if that's what you want to examine, sir, that was the very first thing we did. I can tell you that we didn't find any prints other than Maggie's. Wow, okay. Just like that.
That's brilliant, Mr. Edgeworth. So what can we deduce from that?
Well...
I'll tell you what I deduced. I think this means that the culprit wiped their prints off.
Yes, that's exactly
And
it.
somehow
I'm
left
able to
my
come to the
prints
same
on it.
conclusion. However, the more important matter is... Alright.
I would not have thought
So the
doorknob, because we
doorknob.
examined our doorknob and it said it was wiped clean.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
why would they
If only
not
you said-
wipe
if only
the
you
other
said-
doorknob?
If only you specifically said wiped our door clean.
Yeah.
But why would they go through the effort of wiping our door and not wipe their own door as well? How do you forget to do that if you're already in the process of wiping the door?
This is Jock Sportsman we're talking about, okay? He's kind of dumb. You know, he's a murderer.
Yeah.
He's a little bit dumb.
But he still wiped down the one doorknob, so why not the other?
Well, I don't know. Don't ask me. It's the game's whole doing.
That's
Yeah.
stupid. The number plate made more sense.
Yeah, but we're thinking too far ahead, remember?
How would
don't
you...
know.
Ace Attorney doesn't like when we actually think too far ahead.
I didn't think that
We
was
got-
far ahead. That
they-
was
they
like the
gotta dumb it
natural
down
next
first.
step.
Oh, this is dumb.
Hey, you! Yeah, you, pal! Do us a favor and see what you can lift from this, okay? 2 milliseconds later. So what did you find out?
There's no need for such belligerent nostril flaring, detective.
Okay,
Here's
sir.
for
I have found only Mr. Portsman's and Mr. Face's prints on this doorknob.
So only 2 people's prints were found on this, huh? That's pretty decisive.
Huh? I'm lost, sir.
Thinking logically, a certain other person's prints should be on this knob as well.
Maggie's.
Now then, whose print should also be on this doorknob?
Should be Maggie's.
Yeah, because she opened the door.
She opened the door.
Yeah. Don't you find it odd that the prints of the person who unlocked this door are absent?
You mean...
Yes, the door that Miss Bird opened could not have been this one, but a different one.
Oh, so Faith was like
Okay.
trying to find Portsman, tried to open his door, saw it was locked.
So she actually opened Edgeworth's door, obviously, because the number plates were swapped. He.
But then you could have still found his
Have we
prints
here?
on the number plate, and that still would have...
Hey! What is... Oh, wait, whoa, there's a lot of things.
Oh, hello.
This basketball hoop was moved.
Yeah.
There's a piece of paper. We can inspect the door again. And of course, the best
Basketball.
object in the game.
Is this basketball property of Mr. Portsman?
Oh, yes, sir! He's always ready for a match. That's why he leaves it out in the middle of the hall.
Basketball, soccer, dodgeball, tennis. It doesn't matter what sports it is. He's game. Although I think it'd be a little hard to play tennis with this ball.
That isn't the point you should be focusing on, detective.
You're right, sir. Now I know what I should be focusing on. Bad Mr. Sportsman. Yeah. Someone should teach him to clean his toys up after he's done playing. Okay.
I think we've reached the end of this conversation.
I agree.
What's this?
What are you looking at, sir? Oh, hey, how about a game?
That's okay, detective. I just found the position of this hoop to be a little off.
Hey, you're right, sir. I guess it shifted when someone made a seriously sweet slam dunk.
The positioning of the hoop is definitely unnatural. Better take note of this.
Okay. And then the piece of paper.
What is this?
Looks like a scrap of paper. I'll get it, sir. Let's see. Oh, there's something written on it.
It looks like a note from the victim.
Brought the 3 pieces of evidence by, just like we talked about on the phone, but it like you're out. Guess I'll catch up to you later. Because he was not in his office, he was in Edgeworth's office. Yeah, and it's for Mr. Sportsman. I keep calling him a sportsman. I don't know why. He's a sportsman. Woo! Health recovered.
Poking around in this hallway has actually paid off quite handsomely.
Huh? How so, sir?
In a variety of different ways. I think it's time we had a little chat with the real culprit of this case.
You know who the killer is? Wow, Mr. Edgeworth, are you like a detective or something?
As long as my logic is sound, then yes. The mastermind behind this murder is none other than Mr. Portsman.
What? Mr. Portsman? But he said he didn't commit murder.
Well, you know, people lie sometimes.
What?
Yeah.
Tell me I can't believe everything on the internet? I knew it! That's exactly what my logic senses were telling me, too! I suspected it was him from the instant he accused Maggie of being the killer, sir. Not when he accused me, of course.
That is anything but logical. Lady and gentlemen, prepare yourselves. Come what may, it's time to knock on truth's door.
Oh boy, here we go. Forensics.
Oh, okay,
That was me,
Mr.
though.
Portsman. I finished processing the bloody letters, sir. I'm British now.
Still not here.
Yo,
I guess I'll be
dude.
Port-
Oh, okay, yeah, you can do Portman.
God, I'm already like, my voice is already crying out pain. All right, let me take a gander at it. Pass it here, bruh.
Catch.
Got it. Okay, looking good. You there, take good care of this. Wow. Well, if it isn't Detective Gumshoe.
What do you mean I wasn't?
Kind of the line for you, Mr. Portsman. We've got you now. Call off your dog, Mr. Edgeworth. Is this some kind of joke?
It's no joke. We know, Mr. Jockman, that you are the guilty party in this case.
You must be pretty upset getting chased out of your own room. I'd be mad too. So I guess you can stay if you promise to stay out of our way.
You intend to hide your crime under the guise of a prosecutor doing his job? I can see right through the unsightly paper-thin mask you wear upon your cowl.
Who never thought it would come to this? Actually, come to think of it, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, right? A legendary prosecutor who never lost a single case for 40 long years, bruh. But there was always this incessant chatter about forged evidence with that guy. Really teaches me that I've got to stay on the lookout for false accusations. No?
Are you done trying to play mind games with me? Because they don't work. The only thing you should be using that mouth of yours for now is explaining yourself. Although that too will only dig your hole deeper. Either way, your game is up.
Well, aren't we full of ourselves? Yeah, no shit. Even though you have yet to prove anything. Here's the testimony. I have no idea what sort of harebrained idea you have in mind, but there's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit, bruh. Besides, how, may I ask, you propose I unlocked your door and got in here? Look, I feel bad doing this to you, but I've got work to do, so we're done here.
Sorry, but we're not finished yet.
Boy, you're stubborn. I suppose you're basing your accusations on something?
Oh, I'll show you what I'm basing my accusation on, with evidence.
Well.
Dude has vampire teeth.
Yeah. Okay. How, may I
Yeah,
ask,
I
do you
think that's the
propose I
important
unlock
one.
your door? Well, you used the master key.
Yeah.
Surely. It's because you used the master key. It was
Do we
stolen.
want
He
to...
stole it.
Okay, yeah, I guess we should present the master key first.
How do you propose I unlocked your door? Like, you telling me I don't already know this? I have the fucking key right here.
I believe you were able to open my office door with a master key, no less.
Wait. Hold on for a sec. I never laid a finger on that key, as you already know.
Precisely. You were able to open my door without lifting a single finger. Well, maybe you did, but only to direct. That's right. You used your finger to direct this person to open my door with the key, Maggie.
Gumshoe. Just kidding, Maggie.
You would ask Miss Bird to open your own office door for you, yes?
Yeah, I kind of forgot my key at home. Happens a bit too often for my taste, you know?
But the room you had Miss Bird open at that time was not your own, was it?
What?
You have quite the imagination. But why don't we ask the girl herself whose door she opened, shall we?
I'm certain that was Mr. Portsman's door, sir. I checked the number plate to make sure I was opening the right door, sir.
Yeah, here we go. See, Miss Bride backs up my story.
Yet, what if you had misled her to fool her into thinking what you wanted?
Ha! And how do you suppose I did that?
By switching the number plates on our doors, for example.
That's right. I'm on your side now. They do slide out pretty easily.
Furthermore, you then used one other thing to give a very strong impression. That the door she was opening was yours, and not in fact mine. What was it that Mr. Portsman used to make Miss Bird think that it was his room? The hoop?
The hoop. Yeah. Yeah, this is it. Just move the hoop over to the other door. Simple as that.
Oh.
Right, Bird?
You mean that basketball hoop, sir?
Yeah,
I've never
just like I
seen
said.
it. It's quite the peculiar fixture in any hallway, let alone a hallway in this building. Which is why it left an unusually strong impression on you. It's an object perfectly suited to sit just outside the office of a peculiar prosecutor.
Wow! I'm shocked.
That's very true, sir. Because there's a basketball hoop sitting there. I thought the door I was opening had to be Mr. Portsman.
So you just lied to me?
There are signs that the hoop has been moved. They sit it in front of my office, to be sure.
I see. So that's how you throw suspicion on people. Oh, thanks for the tip. But I think your conjecture is a little off the racetrack, bruh. Rebuttal. Now you're just spouting nonsense. I had the girl open my office door. After that, I was in my room the entire time. You don't have a single reason to suspect me. Yeah, I already know what this is.
So he intends to claim his innocence to the end, does he?
I'm as pure and innocent as my jacket. Miss Bird is as dirty and guilty as the jacket she wears.
My jacket's not dirty, I'll have you know. I wash it with detergent.
Please calm down, for I intend to show who is the one truly covered in slime here.
Are we going to the Nickelodeon Teen's Choice Awards?
Alright, so after that, I was in my room the entire time. Well, here's the problem. This note. I thought the 3 pieces of evidence by, just like we talked about on the phone, but it looks like you're out. Guess I'll catch up to you later. This is factual evidence that he was not actually in his own room.
Yeah.
This is facts. And logic and evidence. I am Edgeworth.
That was a lie.
What are you talking about? How was that a lie, bruh?
It was lie. Sorry, I had to bring out a Joel line there. This is the note that the victim left for you, Mr. Portsman.
A note?
It was left under your door, or did you not notice? And right here, it says, "But you're out." You were not in your room when the victim came to call on you. So then, where were you, and what were you doing?
Ah!
Shall I explain it in full detail for you?
Oh, here we go.
You were busy snooping around in my room, the very room you had Miss Bird open for you.
That's just nonsense. You have no evidence that I made the girl open your door for me.
Oh, but I do. I have very decisive evidence.
But no way!
This is proof positive that you had Miss Bird open the door for you.
Well, it should be but her
one
fingerprints-
moment.
Anyway, take that.
I had your door dusted for prints.
My door?
I don't even know what that
Or-
is.
Come on, I bet you didn't find anything on whatever this door is. You sure are good at wasting time.
You're right. I didn't find anything. And definitely not Miss Bird's fingerprints.
Prince? What do they have to do with anything?
Let's put it this way. If she really was the one who opened your door, then her print should naturally be on the doorknob she touched. Further, all the prints on my office door's knob have been wiped clean off. I can only assume it's because Miss Bird's fingerprints were on it. Don't you think it's time you gave up your charade? We know you stole it. You stole into my office? That doesn't seem grammatically correct.
No, it is.
I
Don't
mean-
question Edgeworth. If
You're
he says
Sorry,
stole,
I should
then
get
it's
back
stole.
into character.
Does stole have another meaning that I don't know about? Hold on. Let me see this shit.
Well, I mean, he did stole his way into the office. He, he
A
took
woman's long
he
scarf
took the
or
present.
shawl? How is this? Okay.
Oh what? Wow, you can use it this way. Move somewhere quietly or surreptitiously. He stole down to the kitchen.
He stole the next way.
Interesting.
I feel like I already knew that, but I had to double check.
Yeah, I had to double check too.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be like the fucking writer with the big vocabulary, but I didn't even know that.
Well, look at that.
Well,
Look
time to
at
get
that. The
yourself
writer
an
was a better
edumacation.
vocabulary than you.
Yeah.
Told you not to question Edgeworth.
Go to school, you fucking
Yeah.
idiot.
You hack.
And Detective Faith found you out. Possibly because he heard sounds coming from a room whose occupant was on leave. Mr. Portsman, you killed Mr. Faith to silence him. And I had the misfortune to return when I did. You had to threaten me as you escaped. As I said when you had the gun to my back, no one gets away with committing murder in my office.
What the? Shut the fuck up, pal! Well, that look of stiff seriousness on the face of this office's finest prosecutor, as he makes a huge mistake in accusing me of simply too much to bear. There's just nothing else like it in the world.
What?
Mr. Edgeworth, that explained it all, and he even backed it up. You're the murderer. Stop trying to be slippery like a fish, and just admit to the crime already.
And as I said earlier, it's all so circumstantial, so full of conjecture. You say you checked my doorknob for prints? Well, I can readily confess that I had wiped that knob down well. Well,
Yeah, well, we
for
literally
the,
just tested it for prints, so that's literally not true.
thanks for the confession, I guess. I'm a little obsessive compulsive, you see. I didn't want to touch a doorknob that you had touched. Which is why I wiped the knob down as soon as I could after you opened the door.
And didn't we just accuse this guy of swapping the door plates? Or is that in my head?
Not yet. No,
Okay,
I don't
that's in
think
my
we
head.
did, actually. After that, it makes perfect sense that only Jim's and my own prints would be on there. You made that up just now, didn't you? Furthermore, as for the note Jim left me, do you know exactly when that was? For all we know, he could have left it there before I arrived at the office. Like, early evening, for example.
Are you saying you failed to notice a note in your doorway?
Hey, even geniuses fail at times. I was probably too preoccupied by work-related matters. Well, that's no excuse.
Now that's just a flat-out lie. Don't you know that's a sin? There's no way you didn't notice a note that size.
But you can't prove that, can you?
Dude, that does not make you look innocent. Say something, Mr. Edgeworth. He's lying. Lying's bad.
Portman makes a good point. I can't prove that he simply didn't overlook it.
Besides, I have an airtight alibi.
Airtight, you say?
I only just realized I had one as we were talking. I guess it would have been better for all of us if I had told her. And now I'm going to tell you. His alibi. If memory serves, you came back to the at around 2 a.m., correct? And it was that you had that unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit. At exactly that time, I was down in criminal affairs. Ask around. I'm sure the other detectives will corroborate my story. It's the perfect alibi.
Do you really think it's that perfect?
Like I said, I don't care. Ask around all you like. You'll see for yourself.
Detective Gumshoe.
Sir, yes, sir. I'll go check out his alibi, sir. Be right back. Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I think we're in trouble. It's just like Mr. Portsmouth sped. Sped? The guy down in criminal affairs said they saw him at around 2 a.m. Well, that sucks. You see?
All of the evidence points to him being the culprit. So there must be a contradictory point in his alibi somewhere.
Somewhere. Over the rainbow. Yeah, I think that's true.
for drink.
Yeah.
Criminal affairs.
Now, how can you prove
Yeah,
that?
you're asking us to prove shit, and he's saying, I don't have to prove my shit. Just look in the toilet. Joke's on you, it's already flushed.
Like, this is just... Oh, man.
We
I want
got
to press
we
one
got
of these
press.
two statements.
Well, start with that one.
Did I press this statement
Yeah.
or this statement?
Yes.
This statement?
No.
Okay.
No.
This
Yes.
statement? Okay.
No.
Fuck off, Mina.
So you
Might as
paid
well
the
see more
Criminal
dialogue.
Affairs Department a visit.
Yup, right after I left the prosecutor's building, I headed straight for the precinct.
And that's... Wow, that was fast. Okay, that was merciful.
And that's it.
Anyway, pressing that.
Well, we did go and ask around to confirm your testimony.
And it was just as I said, right? Yes, sir. A number of detectives said that they saw you at around that time. See? I have the perfect alibi. That's the ace I had up my sleeve.
Every time I hear that word, I'm reminded of him. Hortzman's alibi may seem perfect at first glance, but I know there's a hole in it somewhere. All I need to do is press him a little and see what comes of it.
Well, was that not good enough? Oh. Yeah, I guess we'll just go back to the beginning and press everything.
You are correct. It was around 2 a.m.
Are you sure? It's really important time.
I remember checking my watch then, and make no mistake, it was 2.
Ooh, giving testimony like a pro. Okay, so you came back to your office too, and it was then that you had that unfortunate.
It is as you say. However,
Yes, however, you are the only one who claimed to have bumped into the culprit. So tell me, did you see the person's face? Do you know what a face is? Was it me who you saw?
it was pitch black, so I couldn't actually see.
Oh, come now. I'm sure you saw something. Try a little harder, why don't you?
I'm beginning to feel like I'm the one being interrogated there.
Oh well. It doesn't matter if you remember or not. It only matters that you ran into the culprit.
Impossible! He actually does have the perfect alibi.
Well, so does Robert Downey. And we defeated Robert Downey Jr.
Oh my gosh, I thought you were talking about the real Robert Downey Jr.
No, Mr. Ratines, that fucking
yeah.
asshole, that guy. Yeah. What's wrong? Why the sudden sullen look on your face? Can't you say anything back, Mr. Edgeworth? I think we've reached the end of the line, and it's time to get off this crazy train. You there!
Sir!
Please escort the young lady out. But remember, be gentle. Maggie!
Detective Gumshoe!
Police officer!
That was such a
Oh, I
dramatic
just stepped
hint.
on
That
another
was-
crack.
That was so dramatic. Oh my god.
Oh, my back.
Mr. Portsman, I think you need to get another officer to escort me. This one just fell down. He's not really moving. I can't feel a pulse.
Uh-oh.
Man.
Is there nothing I can do? There must be a way to turn the situation around. If only I had a clue. Did I miss something that can help me cast doubt on his alibis?
Okay.
I need to calmly think this through one more time, and with logic.
Okay.
Another handgun?
Well, I guess it... No,
Is that part of it? Yeah, because there
That's a
has to
really
be
good
another gun
question.
in play here. Because
Yeah.
the one gun was only fired once. So there has to be another gun in play.
I think so, yeah.
If he was in criminal affairs, could he have, like, stolen a gun? From an evidence locker?
True.
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, oh man, that'd be... Wow, that's actually pretty cool. If that's true. He finessed him. Finessed her, I should say.
There were 2 bullets left at the scene of the crime. One that robbed Mr. Faith of his life, and one that nearly robbed me of my jacket. I think
Clearly
the latter
the more
is the more
egregious of the
scary
actions.
one. However, the murder weapon only showed signs of being fired once, meaning that it is entirely possible that a second gun was used in my office tonight. But seeing as how the killer had to steal Mr. Faith's gun, I doubt the killer had another gun up their sleeve. Therefore, the second gun could have been the property of an entirely different person. Which could mean that there was another person who paid a visit to my office tonight.
Yeah. Okay, files in disarray. The culprit rearranged my files once before, once and after the murder. Why? Maybe the victim and killers. The office.
Does it matter which order we put these in?
I don't think
Okay.
so. I sure hope not. Anyway,
I
I
mean,
guess I'll find out. I guess I'll find out the hard way if it.
I mean, to be fair, the second one kind of does sound like it's answering the first one's question. So,
Yeah. Ta-da!
Supposing there was yet another visitor tonight, that would also resolve the issue of why my shelves were appended twice. We know that the shelves were disturbed once before and once after the murder, so it shouldn't be much of a stretch to think that it was the work of 2 different people. Once by the person who stole the victim's gun and then killed him, and once again after the murder by our second, who was the owner of the second gun. If we suppose that the second culprit's gun was the one that was pointed at my back,
Oh.
Mr. Portsman, it seems that I need to amend my assumptions regarding this case.
Great. So great. So you finally come to your senses.
Mr. Edgeworth, I came back to your office.
Sir, what are you saying?
What are you saying?
This has been a big misunderstanding on my part from the start. I had assumed that the person I ran into was the killer, but that may not be the case.
What do you mean?
The person I ran into was just your average thief.
I fucking knew it. Just some random asshole. A thief? But, sir, doesn't that cause some sort of contradiction in the facts?
Not at all. It simply means that the killer was someone else. And it means that in actuality, 2 culprits stole into my office tonight.
What do you mean, 2?
Mr. President, a second person entered Edgeworth's office.
It explains both why my shelves were disturbed twice and how there were 2 guns.
That's pretty ballsy, man. The music! This is
Mr.
the
Portsman,
real shit.
Miss Bird and gained entry into my office.
And now you're just leading the argument. Still don't have any actual proof, you know.
If you could please go along with my hypothetical scenario for now, Mr. Portsman. In the end, if you really are innocent, you should have nothing to worry about.
I have great hypotheticals.
Okay. I was just joking, but how did you... Now you just ruined it.
Now then, returning to my scenario.
Streams are
Mr.
ruined.
Portsman was out to steal something from me. I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I must apologize.
Thank you, Mr.
Which is why he checked my secret safe and ransacked my shelves. This is the first time.
So then, sorry, I'm Apollo, and I was thinking about someone there for a second. So then, this would be when the files were put back in the wrong order, right?
Correct. And then, just when he was about to look somewhere else. Who should walk in but his own partner, Mr. Faith?
But why did Mr. Faith come into your room, sir?
He probably had business with Mr. Portsman, which is why he was in the area. Well, that's when he noticed sounds coming from my office, would be my guess.
Oh, because you were supposed to be away, right?
And he must have thought it was odd, so he came into the office to check it out.
Correct. And as a detective, that was the right thing to do.
Ah, but then I had a French fry, and when he came in, he found his own partner standing there.
Because it was Mr. Portsman. Mr. Faith probably let his guard down. But Mr. Portsman was not so merciful as to let him leave alive. He waited for a chance and stole Mr. Faith's gun from him, and then...
Bam.
He killed him. He silenced Mr. Faith for catching him in the act of stealing. This was the moment in which the first shot was fired, the one that landed in my files. Following that, Mr. Portsman wiped the gun down and left it behind as he made his exit. He could afford to do that because he had also left the fake dying message behind.
You're such a complicated troublemaker, you know.
Well, if things were as simple as that, then all would be solved. However, there was yet another visitor to my room, and this is where it gets complicated.
There was another visitor, sir? Of course they're fucking saying the line together. It's like it's built for me.
Yes, and this other person's objective was also to steal something. Now then, even after Mr. Portsman left, the door to my office remained unlocked. However, this new visitor had no way of knowing that, and so they stole the master key from the security guard's room, and then entered my room and searched through my shelves. This was the second time they were disturbed, and it seems the thief found their prize.
The stolen zero file, right, sir?
Correct. Only, just as the thief was about to leave with the file, I appeared. The thief then threatened me with their own gun and made their escape. The second bullet was fired during that brief encounter.
So the shelves getting messed up twice and the two bullets? It was all because two different people were doing those things at two different times.
Precisely. So now do you see, Mr. Portsman? The person I met was just a thief, was not in fact Mr. Faith's killer. Your alibi for the time frame in which I ran into the other person is now irrelevant, because we now know that the murder took place during the first culprit's visit.
Ha 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 ha. What's so funny, pal? Absolutely splendid, bruh. Your scenario explains everything. Of course it does. It's Mr. Edgeworth after all. Yeah. But, you know, it still doesn't change the fact that it's all circumstantial. Huh? Supposing if, and that's a big if, your theory is right, it would indeed render my alibi, which is with scrutiny, mind you, irrelevant. But there is still one defining point of your argument for which you have no evidence. Your supposition that I was the first visitor. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, you can't let him get away with that, sir!
But he has a point. I have absolutely no proof at this point.
Don't say that, sir. You should always believe.
I don't believe this. Don't worry, Maggie. I'll do something if I must. You know something? I find your attitude to be somewhat peculiar, Mr. Edgeworth. If the person you met really was just a plain old thief, then why is that person not your main suspect? That is, if your theory is correct. What the fuck do you mean by that? I think this is where the Allegro comes in. Yeah. That thief you ran into should be your real suspect, wouldn't you say? We should be out there looking for that thief right now. They might still be nearby. I hate to repeat myself, but as I've already said, I was training in my room.
I thought you were in the thing.
But when Jim came to deliver some evidence to me, I was down at Criminal Affairs. So I can't be expected to know what happened around here after I left.
So you think we should be out there looking for the thief?
Of course! I wasted the time to be having these dead-end discussions.
I don't think it's at all dead-ended. I find your alibi to be fascinating. Let's continue where we left off, shall we? I know he was lying. I know he was here, at the scene of the crime. I just have to find a way to prove it.
All right.
What was the next line? I mean, they could be nearby. After all, they don't have that evidence binder with them. They left it under the couch cushion.
Yeah, but that was... I don't know. I just feel like that it's like so long ago at this point that I'm pretty sure the criminal's long gone. Yeah. But I don't know. But I really don't know. I'm gonna hold that thought for a second. Okay, I don't care. Okay, here's what I find interesting. He specifically mentions
in the
three
note.
Pieces of evidence.
Just like we talked about on the phone.
If we press him,
yeah,
if we press him, would he potentially slip up?
Possibly. Also, if he just talked on the phone, then wouldn't he have mentioned, "Oh, I'm not here"? Why not mention, "Oh, I'm down at Criminal Affairs. Come meet me at Criminal Affairs," instead of at my office?
Well, yeah. Well, I guess because he was planning on stealing it at that time, and he was just trying to throw him off to, get him away, so he could do the crime. But he didn't listen. Yeah, I'm gonna press this though.
Why didn't you go in there with Mr. Faith?
Jim. It's not Jim.
Jim.
Ah, that's because he said he was tired and was going to take a quick nap. You know those sofas in the hallways? He likes to sleep on those. It's one of his habits. Oh my god, it's Gumshoe.
And what of the evidence he brought?
They were things related to yesterday's case. Just 2 items. A gun and a pendant.
But he said 3.
Exactly.
Interesting. This piece of testimony seems too crucial to let slip through the cracks.
Here we go.
This is it.
This is it.
He's a liar.
Only 2 pieces. I believe the proper phrase here is, you fail.
What? Excuse me?
You fail as a prosecutor, Mr. Portman, as you would tend to keep evidence hidden from me.
Oh shit. What are you talking about? I haven't had any...
Well, here's a piece I think you should read. Carefully.
Oh no!
Ah, it says that Mr. Faith, he did stuff.
He did stuff. He was doing what he said on the note.
Yes,
Oh my God.
and this is the victim's real dying message to you, Mr. Portman.
Well, I can't believe to get tripped up by simple arithmetic.
Bruh. Where is the missing piece of evidence? Where is the one piece?
It's...
You have it, don't you? Only the guilty would make such a face. Detective Gumshoe.
You don't have to say it, sir. I'll pet the guy down from head to toe.
No, he needs to be strip searched.
Don't come any closer. I'm warning you. This is all part of the investigation, pal. But don't even think about stopping me. No, my throat is dying. Hey, what's this? Ooh, looky, looky, looky. We had this on him, sir. The tape.
Ooh. Despite what you said, it would appear that you do have something to hide.
But why would he hide something like that?
There's only one reason why anyone would hide evidence of this caliber. Because it would unequivocally point to that person himself as the real killer. Let's examine this videotape in a little more detail. For the section of the tape that will drive the last nail into this coffin.
KG8? It...
Bruh.
Wait, there's so much... Wait, hold on. What is the KG8 incident? Is this the big incident that we're going to be looking into?
Yeah, that's probably the one from 10 years ago.
The KG8 incident?
That's a police case number, sir. Does this mean this video is evidence from that case?
Interesting. However, what's recorded on this isn't what's important right now. What?
Well, yeah, it's not.
Let's give the casing a thorough
It's
once
the fucking blood.
I want to watch it.
Watching it? That's cringe. We read books in this town.
Yeah, everyone watching this stream, go ahead and stop, and go pick up
go pick up a book.
our book version of the stream.
Touch grass. Go pick up a book. now available on your Kindle Fire. That's blood, isn't it?
Yes, and I believe this is what the good prosecutor was trying to hide from us. This blood is still fresh.
Oh, well, you mean this might be Detective Faith's blood? No, you've got it all wrong.
No amount of denial can save you. We have but to run a blood test to find the truth.
No, please.
You told us that you had received evidence for the victim earlier. Now you will tell us when and how did the victim's blood find its way onto this video.
Yeah, it's totally suspicious.
Was it at the moment of his death? Did Detective Faith have this videotape on his personage when you killed him?
You know very well there's no way to prove that.
Not even if we were to examine this tape for fingerprints? If I had to take a guess, I'd say that the only ones on here would belong to the murderous you and Mr. Faith.
No! Impossible!
Boy was hungry.
Well, he just choked on his own medal. Okay. He ate his own medal. He ate his own medal.
That's crazy.
That's pretty hardcore.
Mr. Portsman has been placed under arrest for the murder of Detective Buddy Faith, sir.
Very good.
And the results we got back from the lab techs on the tape turned out to be real solid, sir. The blood work came back and it was definitely Mr. Faith's blood on there. And as a bonus, they were able to lift a few of the Mr. Faith's fingerprints as well.
Ah, thank you so very much, Mr. Edgeworth. I still can't believe I got to see your cool deduction skills outside the courtroom. You're not that bad a guy after all. I'm impressed beyond words, sir. Can I have your autograph?
It was nothing. I'm just sorry you got caught up in a murder at my office.
Oh, it happens all the time.
Please accept my apologies. What?
It was nothing, really. Compared to what I've been through, I mean. I consider myself lucky that was only a burglary and a murder this time, sir.
Only a burglary and a murder? Only?
What the fuck you mean by only?
If it had been a hold-up or a hostage situation, I'd have thrown my hands up in the air and waved them like I just don't care. I think I'm finally rising up from a goddess of misfortune to just an unlucky person.
Something tells me we should have hired a different person for security detail.
You know something, sir? That Mr. Portsman really was one prosecutor.
And why would you say he was corrupt?
Well, I heard that there were a number of suspicious things related to his court cases. There's even rumors about how some of the evidence he used. Sir, wow, what a fucking hypocrite.
Damn.
Calls Manfred von Karma out for being forged evidence, and he's what a fucking dipshit.
Forged evidence, huh?
He went from dick to asshole to dipshit. What a fall off. What a fall off. Bro fell off. And they say he even decided not to prosecute a few cases for some really vague reason. Oh boy.
That guy was a complete disgrace to the entire profession.
We never did get around to asking what his reason was for breaking into my office.
Yeah, whenever we got near that topic, he just clammed up.
Although, we can be pretty certain that it was to steal something.
This is just between you and me, sir, but there's a rumor that some sort of huge organization is behind the scenes.
Oh? Well.
So vague.
Mr.
What do you
Portsman.
mean some organizations going on behind the scenes? It's called the government.
Excuse me, you know about these organizations. We already talked about this.
What?
You already know about these organizations. We already talked about this.
When did we talk about this?
During your text homework.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you can continue.
You know all about it. How is it vague? That's what I thought.
With Mr. Portsman not willing to divulge anything, it certainly lends credence to that rumor. It would seem that we haven't heard the last of...
Huh? That Mr. Portsman isn't the bad guy?
I didn't say that, but rather that there are still many more mysteries for us to solve. We have so much of this game to explore, after all.
Your badge. It's a badge. It's a badge.
No, I can't present the badge.
It says right there, present.
No, it says it for all of them. Oh my god.
Find the basketball hoop.
What, the case, the stolen file?
Yeah, I guess that. Yeah. Yeah, like, what's in there?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that.
I can't even
do I need to
save.
save?
Oh, I can't even save.
You got
How
probably
cruel.
this
got
one.
one? Nah, it's a badge.
Nina, please. If it is the badge, I'm gonna be super mad.
The
Okay.
person who stole this file, the other villain of the night.
Yeah, I wonder who it was.
And what happened to the stolen pages? I wonder, who in the world was it that held me up at gunpoint?
Forensics.
Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
Yes?
I came across these files processing your office earlier, sir.
That's a nice accent.
This card.
It
It's
says
Shelly the
happy
Killer's older
birthday.
brother.
Yeah, I was about to say.
This is some shit. This is some Shelly the Killer shit. There's a serial killer out here, or a serial thief, assassin. What is it, sir? What is that? A bird or something
That's
on there? I
dumb.
can't tell.
It's not just any bird. It's the mark of the raven. A three-legged raven.
Oh,
Even you should know what this is, Detective.
A
Legally
raven,
distinct.
hell yeah. Oh, it's about that thing, isn't it? The great thief everyone's talking about. So it's like Shelly the Killer, but not for killing.
Terry the Thief, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yadagarasu. Yeah.
Yadagarasu.
So, what, it just has a penis?
Huh?
Yeah, it's three-legged.
Three-legged? Oh my god.
Oh. I'm. No, how dare you? How dare you?
I'm surprised it took you that long.
Yada.
It is. It is the mark of the great thief, Yadagarasu.
Yadagarasu.
Under the mark of a legendary bird, the Yadagarasu is noble to the end, a modern Robin Hood.
Oh, he's noble.
Labeled mysterious, phantom-like, the Yadagarasu appears and vanishes at will. Though we don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. The Yadagarasu likes to find and make public evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. The theft is always performed in silence, always with perfection. Once a target is chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement is sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation is infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found is sent out to the mass media, along with a single card. Although, it has been a while since the Yadagarasu's last appearance.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth! Look, something's written on the back!
What? Let me see.
It's the location of where the thief put the stolen files!
So the person who stole the contents of the file was the Yadagarasu. Yadagarasu. Organization. Quite a few key words are popping up in this mystery. The murder in my office. The return of the great thief Yadagarasu. Looking back, I can't say I didn't see these events coming. But they were heralded by the incidents that began occur 2 days ago.
The end.
What happened 2 days ago?
Alright, game's over.
We're gonna find out what happened 2 days ago.
Next time.
Yeah. Yes. Save complete. Okay. Turnabout Airlines. Well, we're gonna.
Boy.
I guess we're gonna be on a plane.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna get a criminal, point the finger at him, and say objection, and everyone's gonna freak out.
Alright, we'll want to stop here then, so we could play the opening
Yes.
next time.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, for sure.
absolutely. Yeah, we'll definitely stop. Well, that
in
was
that case, bye, all you silly people online.
okay. Yeah, we're getting out of here.
Come
See you
back.
next time. Very great. Well, that was really fun though. Yeah, we'll definitely do this again Monday. So, that was pretty fun. It was a nice introduction case.
Yeah.
The soundtrack is already hitting one of my new favorites.
Really?
The confrontation themes, all three of them are super catchy. The pursuit theme is so good, especially that second variation. The dramatic confess the truth song, so fucking good that when I heard it, I made a cover of it. It was so good. I think I've shared it before, but it is one of my favorite soundtracks, and I'm already I'm not too upset about the new mechanics. Like walking around and finding evidence is actually that hard right now, but it will probably get a lot more difficult as we continue. So that's gonna be just dandy, but oh well.
It'll be what?
Dandy.
Awesome, perfect.
So,
We'll end the stream on that one.
Yes. Yep. End the stream, please.
Yep.
End the stream.
Bye-bye.